Mr. President, as I rise today, our nation is in the midst of a deep recession. Families across America are losing their homes, and business owners are being forced to close doors. In my home state of New Mexico, local workforce solution offices are besieged with calls from people who need help. Customer service centers are cutting jobs, and parents can't pay for their kids' school lunches. Our responsibility here today is to act, and we must do so with the accountability and oversight the American taxpayers deserve. For months, I've been advocating for an economic recovery package that puts the American people first, one that is carefully targeted to create jobs and stabilize our economy by making the long-term investments economists have said we need now. For years, we have neglected to make the needed investments in energy and conservation, infrastructure, health care, and so much more. Today, we have the opportunity to change course. We have the opportunity to make these necessary investments and help shore up our economy at the same time. I want to thank Chairman Inouye and Chairman Baucus for their hard work in bringing this bill before us. Make no mistake, the package we have before us today is not perfect. There are many improvements that after all the hours of work and all the hours of debate could make it better. And I rise to bring forth one more improvement we can make now. Today, I'm offering an amendment which both helps address our current economic crisis and takes care of the very individuals who have been fighting for us, our veterans. My amendment, which I'm proud to be joined in offering by the distinguished senator from Louisiana, Senator Landrieu, which will help ensure that our veterans returning from Iraq and Afghanistan are remembered as we push for job creation in our country. The current language in the substitute amendment provides a tax incentive to employers hiring veterans who have been discharged from the armed services in 2008, 2009, and 2010. I strongly applaud this amendment and thank Chairman Baucus for his leadership on this issue. However, the numbers show that veterans discharged before the years included in the underlying language are also struggling to find employment. In fact, in September 2007, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that of those veterans who served in our military since September 2001, 6.1% were unemployed. And as we know too well, since the study was completed in September 2007, the economy has only worsened. Therefore, I offer this amendment today to expand the tax incentive to employers to include veterans discharged from the armed services between September 2001 and December 2010, including veterans of Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Iraqi Freedom. Those soldiers leaving the military after serving in Iraq and Afghanistan, serving with great distinction and honor, are finding themselves back in a shrinking workforce. Yet we know from study after study that these men and women have substantial capabilities in technology, mathematics, management, crisis response, and so many other areas that are critical to employers. Expanding the tax incentive to cover employers who hire any veteran who has served since September 11th will help ensure that we do not leave these veterans out of this recovery package. It ensures that employers are encouraged to hire these men and women and to put them back to work for our nation. The Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America is strongly supportive of this expansion. I urge my colleagues to join me in adopting it today, and I yield the floor.